Hey, good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday, March 21st, and my name is Alan, and I want to welcome you to my Spiritual Growth Through Recovery podcast. The purpose of these videos is to grow my spirituality by following the AA program of recovery, and I do that by being honest, vulnerable, and accountable, which is why I do the videos. I'm no expert in AA, recovery, or spirituality, just sharing my journey and trying to put the work in so I stay sober. All right. The recipe for these videos is I'm going to read through the daily reading for the AA Daily Reflections. I'll share my take, and then anything else that's on my heart or mind that's relevant or not. So, all right. Today's topic is material and spiritual well-being, and then seeing yourself for who you are. All right. Here we go. March 21st. Material and spiritual well-being. Fear of economic insecurity will leave us. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 84. Having fear reduced or eliminated and having economic circumstances improve are two different things. When I was new in AA, I had those two ideas confused. I thought fear would leave me only when I started making money. However, another line from the big book jumped off the page one day when I was chewing on my financial difficulties. For us, material well-being always followed spiritual progress. It never preceded. Page 127. I suddenly understood that this promise was a guarantee. I saw that it put priorities in the correct order, that spiritual progress would diminish that terrible fear of being destitute, just as it diminished many other fears. Today I try to use the talents God gave me to benefit others. I've found that that is what others valued all along. I try to remember that I no longer work for myself. I only get the use of the wealth God created. I never have owned it. My life's purpose is much clearer when I just work to help, not to possess. All right, they're always good readings. This one's fairly pertinent for me because I just finished my fifth step, and fear of economic insecurity was on there. So I guess kind of what jumped up for me was, take a look here. I thought that fear would leave me only when I started making money, and that's never happened. I mean, the chase just goes on and on and on. And when I get more, then I need more to feel okay and feel comfortable. This whole desire to be okay, secure, and comfortable is driving me nuts. For us, material well-being always followed spiritual progress. I always had this confused. I had no idea what I was doing, and that's okay. And then spiritual progress would diminish that terrible fear of being destitute, just as it diminished many other fears. So working on putting spiritual progress first. That's why I'm doing these, is to try to get real, real with myself and being so materialistic. So no matter what, there's always this. I'm finally in a place where I have savings, positive savings, and it's not enough, and I still have this fear. Once again, I'm just way too reliant on myself. So that's my take on that reading. I guess some questions on it would be, how is it possible that my fear of economic insecurity leads to a worse financial state? I guess the way I look at it is my need for control leads to frustration and fear to the point where I can't deal with my need for control. So I act out irresponsibly financially, and then I put myself in a bottom hole, and then I got to impose my control again to kind of get out of that. And that's kind of what it means to me. Maybe by working this program, I'll be able to let go of the hold that my job has on me within the financial value. I think the main reason I'm still there is because of the income. I'm afraid to what that's going to look like. So there's a lot of paradoxes in AA, and I found four. They call them the four paradoxes. And we surrender to win, we give away to keep, we suffer to get well, and we die to live. And it's just the more I try to get a hold of something, the more it slips my grasp. And so this just kind of teaches me I need to let go of that hold it has on me, and I think maybe some surprises will come from that. So I guess that's my take on my reading. The second topic here on seeing yourself is, I just finished my fifth step, and looking at myself as, I knew a lot of the things would come up. Some of it, I was surprised. I was surprised how driven I am, how completely self-reliant I am, and how much of a control freak I am. Fear, self-reliance, and the complete unwillingness to surrender. Even when I'm beaten down, I will not let go of that. So that's just really, seeing myself that way is hard. I'd almost rather be ignorant and not know that I got an issue to deal with than know I have an issue to deal with and then see myself and not correct it. So, very, very driven. I guess I walked away just with this fear that will I be able to surrender? Will I really be able to let go of all these fears and just live, have a great life? And I really want to just live in the moment and embrace all the gratitude instead of feel like I have to fix things or put things in a certain way, which I'm never satisfied anyway. So it's this endless chase. I'm exhausted, emotionally exhausted. Um, I don't want to live this way anymore. It's a really nice transition into the next steps, which are steps 6 and 7. Being ready to surrender these defects of character, which I'm very much aware of. And then 7, actually go through this action of praying about it and letting it go. So that's where I'm going to go next. I'm happy. I'm proud of the self-honesty that I'm sharing. It's a little hard. I have a good sponsor who's pretty blunt with me. And so I'm just going to move forward on that. So, all right. So anyway, I want to encourage you to look at yourself honestly. Don't justify, no rationalizing. Look at yourself honestly and find the willingness to change whatever you think you need to change. Hopefully you'll be able to identify the need to change and change it quicker than I am, because in that mode of knowing what to do and you see yourself not do it sucks. And then I feel down on myself, and then I want to check out, and then I want to get high, and then I want to... So anyway, hope you have a good Tuesday. And I guess I'll be see you tomorrow. Thanks.